What's going on, guys? First and foremost, on behalf of the In the Huddle crew, we would like to wish all the fathers out there a very happy Father's Day. We appreciate all you do, and we hope that you enjoy your day because you deserve it. Bring it up.
All right, the next topic that we have here on the agenda is Jamal Adams. Like, get me out of here. Get me out of New York. Now, I don't know why the brother would want to leave New York, because New York is doing well, and we are progressing as a state amid this COVID-19. So he wants to go way out of New York. He officially requested trade from the New York Jets. And my question to y'all fellas is, what teams should trade for him?
Well, I'll start us off before we get to the Jets fan over there and Mr. Kroll. But the one thing I'm really looking forward to see if they go for him is the Philadelphia Eagles. They just lost Malcolm Jenkins. They released him. He went to the Saints this offseason. He would take over his 967 snaps he played for their defense this year and fill in. They also lost starting linebacker Nigel Bradham, third linebacker Kmart Cougar-Hill, and fourth linebacker Zach Brown. So they've got holes at safety and linebacker. Jamal Adams is a rare breed of safety to where he plays all three levels of the field. He plays as an edge rusher. He's played at linebacker. He plays safety. I know he's primarily a safety, but a creative defensive coordinator like Jim Schwartz can use him in such a unique way. Play him deep safety. Play him as a linebacker man coverage. Play him as an edge rusher. That would really help the back end of their defense. Philly's been lacking on that side of the ball because of the lack of safety and linebacker. I think Jamal's a perfect fit, and I think Jim Schwartz can use him in the best way for Philadelphia's defense.
I'm gonna let you guys take it because, I'm curious what you guys have to say. So go ahead.
I mean, when you look at his teams that he said that he will welcome being traded to, the Ravens, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Seahawks, when I look at his list, I would say the Buccaneers, but then again, I'm going to backtrack from that because I do like the pickup of Antoine Winfield Jr. From the draft, and I believe he can play as well. So I can see the Eagles plugging him in there along with the corner that you got there in Darius Slay, because you want to stop that Cowboys offense as well, that machine that's going to be the Cowboys offense. I like the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks will be a great fit. Pete Carroll, the defense is up and coming, and, they still need to fix some holes on that defense. I believe you could plug him in there, and he could be a franchise changer for the Seattle Seahawks. You want to give Russell Wilson as much help.
For me, I'm going to go with the Dirty Birds from Baltimore Ravens, and here's why.
I like that one.
So you got the AFC North champs, obviously. They got that explosive as ever offense. Already a talented secondary with the likes of Marcus Peters and ET3, Earl Thomas III. I think you throw in Adams into there. I mean, you already have ET3 who's good deep in the backfield. He makes good plays on the ball. You put a guy in there that can pressure the run and can be great like a linebacker and pressure the run at the line of scrimmage. I mean, forget about it. This guy ball hawks tight ends and running backs as well as he can play in the back safety position. So I think that versatility, and you put that on a star-studded Ravens defense already, that's going to be
Think about what they did during the draft, too.
And they have the cap space, and they can afford to give up a first-round pick. With the way the team is right now, I mean, they're more than capable of getting a guy like Adams.
I'll say this. All great points. Looking at this from a Jet perspective, I think you have to throw Dallas in there as well. I think they would be a good trade partner. I would love, Michael Gallup in a first-round pick. I'm a Jet guy. I would make that pick.
Depressed. That sounds depressed.
I would make that pick in a second, but here's what I have to say about Jamal though, and ideally, you guys were talking about the team. I want him to be a Jet, and here's the thing: Jamal Adams, the Jets took him with the number 6 overall pick in the 2017 draft, and the Jets are a team that doesn't draft well. You guys know that, we all know that, and Jamal Adams has been a very good pick. And when you look at him, it's tough to say because I get both sides. He's been a great player, and the way the CBA is right now, it doesn't favor players like him that outplay their rookie contract but still have to play on it for 2-3 more years. But here's the thing: he's acting like a baby. He has to realize that we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. Who has accomplished more in the NFL, Jamal Adams or Pat Mahomes? Jamal Adams or Deshaun Watson? Two guys that were both in his draft class, and what do they both have in common, or all three of them have in common? They all haven't been paid yet. So when Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson haven't been paid yet, who are you to start complaining about it? But at the same time,
there is a difference though between that, because Mahomes has had success with his team, And
he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid.
That's-
Trust me.
Right, I know, but why isn't Pat Mahomes complaining? Why isn't Deshaun Watson?
We got to take our time here, brother. It's a pandemic.
Because Pat Mahomes, listen,
They
Pat
know
Mahomes
it's a pandemic. That's right.
Pat Mahomes can
Mahomes
kick
is
his
not
feet
going to be
up.
complaining.
Listen, man, Pat Mahomes can kick his feet up and play some Madden because he knows he's going to get paid.
Exactly.
But Jamal Adams, as good as he thinks he is, isn't he going to be getting paid?
That's why, Zach, because you're talking about the contract here, that's why I gotta disagree with you kind of with the Cowboys because they don't even want to pay Dak Prescott. You bring in Jamal Adams right there, and you that's gonna be like that's gonna tell Dak Prescott I'm out of here.
He was like, this is what got me really upset as a Jet fan. He said that if you trade, he dropped like a list of 6 or 7 teams that he would want to possibly get traded to, and I believe the Cowboys were one of them. And it really got me upset as a Jet fan that the report came out that he was like, oh yeah, if I get traded to one of those teams, it's not about the contract. I don't have to sign there long term eventually. And like that's the thing that bothered me as a Jet fan. Like that, all you're saying by that statement is you want out of New York. I would have more respect for you. I would have more respect for you if you were just admit, all right, since I've been drafted here, the Jets haven't been any good. I want to play for a winner. At least I get it. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, man, listen. I don't know why the hell he's complaining because 91 tackles, 12 sacks, and 2 picks is a pretty damn good resume for a guy that's only been in the league for a few years now. I agree with you, Zach. Like, just come out and say, I want to play for a winner. Don't trash on New York because, listen, my man, there's no bigger and better city than New York. So I don't even want to.
And I'll say this also, but this is not one of them. Joe Douglas has not done anything wrong here. We're in the middle of a pandemic. You have no idea what the salary cap is going to look like next year. And I understand the argument that when some people say, you know, when you look at how successful teams are built, you know, paying a safety is usually not the way they do it. I get that argument. I get it. But I think you could also look at the perspective of, all right, look, the Jets haven't been drafting well at all in the last 10, 15 years. Jamal is a great player. You know, I get both sides. But at the same time, the bottom line is whether you want the Jets to trade him now or not, you just can't respect the way he's acting.
Of course he's going to say the winning teams because who the hell doesn't want to win?
Right. I think it's a conundrum for him. It's either he wants to go to a winning team and he doesn't need to get paid right away, or he's going to play for the Jets with a bigger price tag because they haven't done anything successful yet in terms of a record, and he wants to get paid. And look, I will say this real quick about the Eagles. One other part, you know, Kroll, going back to Joe Douglas, general manager of the Jets. Where did he work before the Jets? He worked in the Philadelphia Eagles for 4 years. He knows their whole front office. He knows their background. He knows their roster. That's one team I'm telling you to look for. He has a background there. He knows the guys who works in their front office. They can work out a trade. They know they have the relationships to do so.
I think the Eagles would be a good fit.
The question I have for you guys is this: like, if you're Joe Douglas,
Jamal
keeps acting like this. I think he may really not have a choice to trade him. But here's the other thing: he has to also realize the Jets have the leverage here. What is Jamal Adams going to do? Sit out for 2 years? He can't do that. Like, and I think it would kind of send the wrong message by trading him. To the locker room because let's say, God forbid, Quinnen Williams, who I know he wasn't very good last year, but let's just say he improves next year and the year after that, he's going to do the same thing, you know? And like, I just don't think it sends the right message to your locker room.
And for the Jets, man, I know that their hefty price before the trade deadline was a first-round pick and a third-round pick. If you don't get at least that for this man, don't even bother shopping him.
I agree.
He's worth the utmost respect. He's an outstanding player. So it's either you pay the man or you get a return for this man. You don't just do some BS like the Giants.
Well, I know, but
exactly.
It's pure greed, Zach. Like you said, we're in a damn pandemic, my man. What about the people that are waiting on food lines to get food? Like, stop being greedy, my man.
Right, I'm not saying just don't pay him. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying
I would say the same thing about them MLB players. That's a whole other topic.
You know what? Let me just say this. I do take a slightly different perspective from what you guys are saying. Is it greed? Yes, but I look at it from a football side. He's been working so hard, you know.
Oh yeah.
His whole life to get to this point. He has not made his money yet. You know, this is his first big contract. He wants to get paid. I not blame him for trying to get his money as early as he can. That's just my.
I agree. I agree.
Between that and
paid. He deserves to be paid, but asking for $20 million.
Dalton, you gotta remember, Dalton, you talking to two Jets fans and Kenny C and Zach, so they don't want to let him go. They don't want to let him go. You know what I'm saying? That's why. So,
He's got the.
Listen. No, I'm all for paying the man for his productivity, but don't ask for $20 million to become the highest paid safety in the damn league.
So what does that mean? Are you going to trade him, or what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Me? What would I do?
I agree, but if you're using that logic, like, what are you saying? Do you want to trade him? Like, you want to keep him? What do you want to do?
I would keep him. If he's going to hold out, fine. I would.
I agree.
From an idealistic standpoint, I would want to pay him the year after next year. So going into the 2021 season, pay him 1 year left on his contract outside of the 5th year option. Give him his extension. If he doesn't want to do that, then you might have to let him go because there's no one wins with a holdout because you're losing a talented player and from the
and it doesn't make
perspective, he doesn't get money.
It doesn't make sense, like Zach said. Like he's saying, "Oh, I'll take the less money if I go somewhere else, but if I stay here, I want all the money I can get."
Right. Yeah.
My man, what's good with you?
That just means he wants out. So.
Yeah.
But then trade him next year, though. I just think like it sends the wrong message to the team if this dude is acting like a baby, like he wants out, and they just immediately deal him. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the best draft pick the Jets have had literally in the last 10 years, and like I'm a Jamal guy. Like I'm not saying pay him, but don't trade him just for the sake of trading him. You know.
I would say this, Zach, and I know I could see the depression in your face when we got to this topic. I don't know if you listen to Bob Marley, but if not, I'm gonna put you on a few gems here.
Oh, here we go.
Bob Marley. I have my Bob Marley picture on the wall right here. There's a song that Bob Marley made. I forgot the name of it, but I know it goes like this: No worries about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Here's what I'll say is this. As a Jet fan my whole life, I've gone through some pretty hard moments. I'm a New York Met fan too. You guys know what the deal with that is. So,
Yeah.
But what I will say is this: getting upset about the Jets, even though it's not the best feeling, I'll take it than what I've been doing over the past 3 months.
I agree with you, Zach. From a Met and Jet fan perspective, that's like waking up every morning and taking a left hook to the jaw.
Bob Mike Tyson too. Bob Mike Tyson. Imagine that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Real Lil. On behalf of the In the Huddle crew, we would like to shout out the fathers and wish y'all a happy Father's Day. I know for a fact my father got me into the world of sports. You know what I'm saying? Before, when I was little and I had no idea what sports was, he had those games on and he raised me being a sports fan, and that's why I'm the sports maniac that I am today. Doing sports radio on In the Huddle. So once again, shout out to all the fathers. We showing y'all love. We know sometimes y'all can feel unappreciated. So one love. Have a great day.